Hey folks, my name's Rene Enriquez, and you are watching Uncensored.
This is Rene Enriquez. Nickname Boots. Black Hand of the Mexican Mafia. Prison gang politics.
Hey folks, my name's Rene Enriquez, and you are watching Uncensored. Well, we have the third episode, or the third segment of the interview with Chino Peanut Butter, or as we affectionately call him, Chino Stutter Butter. Yeah, it gave me pause too. And when I hear him again, I listen to him and just re-listen to him to refresh my memory on what was said. But we're going to listen to the call. We'll come back and we'll wrap it up. This is an extensive call for you truckers and stay-at-home moms and the guys working 9 to 5s. Give you something to listen to. It's about 39 minutes long, the audio in this interview. So it's a lengthy segment. Hope you enjoy it. I'll be back in a minute to close it out.
Test.
You know what? I never knew what a 2.5 was. When I come, I swear to God, I come down in '99. I go to the dental. I see a guy, a Mexican, sweeping the hallway. I tell him, hey, what's happening, home? He said, puro 2.5. I don't know what that is.
He probably thought he was telling you a percent.
I don't know, because the guy looked at me like, what? Hey, so when I get back to Palma, I tell you know what? I seen a Mexican. I told him, hey, what's happening, home? Told me, puro 2.5. Oh, the house started laughing. I said, what's a 2.5? You don't know? I told him, hey, home, all the fucking people. I said, I don't know. I was telling him, I seen a Mexican, hey, what's happening, man? You know, yeah, I don't know what that really happened. No?
So, hey, Robert. A little bit back to business here.
Yeah.
So what is it, can you not basically admit that you're a brother, or what's the whole deal? Is it that you're just... I mean, what's the big deal for you not to admit it?
Put it another way, Rob. Is that a disrespectful question?
Yes, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Because you asked me the truth, and I told you man to man, I'm not a brother. Then, you know, I told you.
Okay. This is the only reason I just brought that back.
Yeah.
I know you said that we were all being redundant here. That's not what Bassett seems to think.
Oh, I know. We talked about all that.
Okay.
Yeah. Because when I got here, he told me, wow, on this section we got Rube, the old timers from Mexican Mafia. Over here we got the youngsters. Where do you want to go? Okay. I said, put me with the old guys because I know them for the last 30, 40 years, which I have. Like I said, just because they belong to what they belong, they're still friends of mine.
All right.
You know? And if I know you're in prison, I said, you're black, you're a friend of mine, you're a friend, no matter what you become afterwards.
I got you.
You know?
I got you.
Just because I tell me, you know, hey, I heard you just say, you know what, I hang around with this crowd. You're hanging with that crowd, hey, but we're still friends. Okay. Just because you're BG, you know, I say, hey, I can't talk to you. You know? You're an enemy.
Right.
No, you're my friend.
Right.
No matter what color you are. You know?
Let's, can we go back to the house for a second? I know you were kind of interested in the vest.
What?
You were interested in the vest, and kind of, were we trying to say that this vest belonged to you and we were going to charge you with the vest? That's a question of yours, right?
That's what I asked you.
Let me ask you this. Are you aware of any drugs inside of that location?
No. Like I told him outside, excuse me, I don't know what's in that house. Like I told you, I should have inquired home before I go in your house, what's in there. Let me know, you know. Like I had to protect my freedom. I didn't do that.
Yeah, that does fall back on you.
Because
it falls on all of us, right?
That's the old saying, you know, you never keep your house dirty when you got your family. On this I was wrong.
Right.
Because look what happened.
Right.
You know? If this guy really cared about his family, whatever was found in the house shouldn't have been in the house.
Okay, so I will be straight up with you, and I will also tell you that there was dope found in the house.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you don't know anything about
No.
that.
Like I said, I came there to visit them as a family, and I'm coming to his house. Like I said, anybody, like, okay, you are what you are, and you have your gun off weapon. When you go home, you usually hide it away. Because in case people come to visit, or kids are in the house visiting you, you'll keep it away where nobody can get access to it. Hopefully, that don't happen. Mm-hmm. But you see so many incidents. You see it on TV, in the paper, you read about what? The kids found a gun over there. You know how kids are stupid. They go in all the rooms and they find a gun. When they're seeing, they start playing. Somebody gets hurt. But that things happen.
Okay. Let me ask you this question, Robert. Since you don't know anything about any dope in the house, do you think your fingerprints or DNA will be found on that dope?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No. Since I've been in that house, I've been in the kitchen. I touched dishes because I have washed dishes. I've been in the bathroom because I shaved in the bathroom, showered in the bathroom. But his bedroom, I went there because he had another TV in there.
Okay. So what about the dope? Would it?
No. Is there a possibility your DNA or prints might be?
I don't know.
You're not sure?
A slight chance?
I don't think so.
10% chance? That's pretty
I
low.
don't know what you're saying,
Yeah, you say you shaved, maybe a hair fell off or something.
Like I'm saying. Okay, hypothetically speaking, if the guy went in the bathroom when I was there and he was wrapping up dope or cutting or whatever, my fingerprint found it, and maybe on the sink, he put whatever he had, dope was wrapped up on the counter of the sink where I shaved in just earlier. And somehow my fingerprints got on whatever it was wrapped up in. That's the only way they could have got like that. That's what I would think. Like I said,
Let me make sure I understand. So you're saying that...
Are you saying...
No, I'm asking you. I'm just trying to understand what you just told me.
Yeah.
You said that you might have touched something that could have had dope. Is that what I'm understanding?
No, what I know about fingerprints can stay stuck on paper by your oil on your fingers for 2 years before the paper dries up. And there's been incidents where, I just touch here, and we say we're all regular people.
Well, Robert, I'm talking specifically about a bag of dope.
Yeah.
Is it possible that your DNA
fingerprints
Yeah,
well, that's what I'm saying.
Could be on that bag of dope?
I said, like I said, if I just got through shaving in this guy's bathroom and I go there and he comes to the bathroom after me and he opens up a package and puts it on the sink, where I just got through shaving and I put my hands on it and I wipe down with my hand, I clean the sink, and he come in there afterward and lay the bag down, plastic, paper, whatever, my DNA could have got on that like that.
Okay, let me say this other thing here. So the federal agent that you talked to earlier, we had that conversation just outside the house, right?
Yeah.
At this point, just like my partner said, the vest is this big in the picture.
Yeah.
Very, very small.
Yeah.
But there really actually is a bigger picture here, Robert.
Yeah.
And that bigger picture is being federally charged.
Yeah.
On the dope.
Yeah.
Okay. So can we revisit again what we were talking about earlier in regards to just being straight?
Yeah.
It could go a couple ways here. It could go in a...
State and federal. That's what he talked about.
Okay.
Charged, You could be charged federal and gets convicted and sentenced by state, then afterwards you have to go to feds. Yeah, I know that, yeah.
Okay. So you know that?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It's a possibility.
That is a...
But the people that were there...
Great possibility.
And
especially...
You were representing what group you were, what agency,
And you know what increases that possibility? And it's not that it will totally cancel it, but what increases that possibility? Your DNA on that bag of dope.
Could be, like I said, we talked about situations like that too. If I just got through shaving in the sink, and the guy comes in there after me, I leave the bathroom, and he puts a bag of dope on there. My fingerprints were wiped out. Their fingerprints would be on that bag, plastic or whatever it was wrapped on.
So it transfers from the sink to the bag.
Yeah,
You ready to explain that to a jury?
yeah.
You learned that in law school?
Pardon?
You learned that in law school?
Believe me,
Or did this attorney guy that
No.
you're talking about,
I-
did he teach you that?
In 1972, I got 10 to life on circumstantial evidence. A gun that was never produced, I got a 5 to life. On the robbery, with out of 21 witnesses, none of them could identify me. I got convicted by a jury on circumstantial evidence. But 3 people out of 21.
But that's the way our justice system works, too.
Huh? I
Our
know
justice
that,
system
I know
works that way.
Yeah.
We didn't have DNA in...
Oh, I know that. Back in
70s.
72, we didn't have that.
Officer Brown's talking about DNA, bro.
Yeah.
This is your
Yeah.
oils,
Yeah, I know.
oils
And like I
of
said,
your body that are going to be on a bag.
like I
Let's say
said-
this is a bag of dope right here. If they see something that looks like
okay,
your fingerprints,
3 years from now, your pictures will be found on that. That's how long the oils will last on paper or plastic.
yeah, but why would your fingerprints be on a bag of dope that was found where you were laying your head last night?
I had my head on what do you call those? A throw pillow on the couch.
No, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm being facetious
Yeah.
about it, but where you stayed the night last night,
Yeah?
and you said you've only been there one night.
Yeah.
You've never been to that house before.
When I got out, yes, I have.
So you've been to
That house before, yes. Yes.
When was the last time you were at that house?
Oh, about maybe a month and a half, almost 2 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So getting back to the big bag of dope that
Yeah.
was inside that house.
Yeah.
Forget the fingerprints.
Yeah.
Is your DNA like your oils or
Yeah,
some
yeah,
hair
yeah,
fiber?
yeah, right,
is it going to
right,
be
right.
on that bag
Yeah.
of dope?
Because the time I stood there before, they were so nice. Him and his wife slept on the couch.
I
No, they
understand.
let me sleep on their bed.
Okay, but getting back, answer
Yeah,
the question.
yeah.
Is your DNA, your oils or your hair or any fibers going to be on that big bag of dope that was
I don't
in that
think
house?
so. No, I don't think so. No.
How come you can't say yes or you can't be no, but you got that I don't think so or maybe?
No,
I mean,
no.
that leaves room for
Okay.
For interpretation,
Okay. I just explained a situation like what happened in the bathroom. I slept in the bedroom when I was there before. They were nice enough to say, you know what, we'll sleep on the couch. You can stay in our bed. And my hair got on there. My fingerprints got in the bedroom. And if that guy ever had dope in the bedroom, my hair or my fingerprints might have got there because I touched. He had the TV right there next to his bed in the bedroom, and I got up there and changed the channel. I touched the channel, and I stood up there and changed the channel. And my fingers would be pounding in the bedroom all over that house.
Including on the bag of dope, possibly?
No. When I said, if I just got through shaving in here and I cleaned up, my DNA would be all over that.
no, your fingerprints. He said fingerprints.
Oh, okay, fingerprints. Okay. When you clean somewhere, sometimes you're clean to make sure you're rubbing, taking the water off. You're leaving fingerprints, DNA evidence.
No, fingerprints and DNA are
Yeah.
two different
Yeah,
things. Robert.
yeah, right,
Okay,
yeah.
these are latent. They
Yeah,
call them
right,
latent
right,
fingerprints.
right,
Okay,
right.
DNA is oils
Yeah,
and
right,
hairs and fibers.
right.
Officer Brown just asked you, are your fingerprints going to be on that bag of dope?
I would say no.
Is your DNA going to be on that bag of dope?
Might be. But I've been all over that house. Like I said.
So who's dope? Who does the dope belong to?
Like I told you, I don't know what was in that house before I got there yesterday.
So if your fingerprints were possibly, you're saying that your fingerprints would have transferred to a bag of dope, that you didn't actually hold a bag of dope. Is that what I'm understanding you say? So a fingerprint on this table, which I just put one right now, if I was to lay a bag down, it's going to jump onto the bag?
Take the situation I've been in the courtroom. Hey, Your Honor, if I just got up and down and I went like this, I'm getting off a chair. I'm leaving fingerprints in.
And now I lay this bag right here.
Right, my fingerprints.
You're telling me that a latent print would transfer from the
Yes,
table
yes,
to
it
the
would.
bag?
Yes, it would.
Where'd you learn that at?
Huh?
Where did you learn that at?
In 1972, they found some fingerprints in a robbery underneath the money tray. They found fingerprints.
And I'm having a hard time understanding all this stuff. Hey, Robert, real quick.
Done.
Already?
House.
Oh, okay. I have a hard time believing that you can smudge a porcelain sink like that.
And go like that, and
Yeah,
put it on there?
and then take this bag and go like that and get a print. But if you're saying there's case law,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? If you're saying if there was case law back in the day that
There's
shows
case law
that,
right now.
then would it be fair to say it's going to be a smudgy
Okay.
fingerprint?
New York City takes 9 to 12 points on the fingerprint. Points are the little lines to get you convicted. California, you got to have 10 to 15 lines to get you convicted. Different states have various, how much of a fingerprint they find, how many lines will get you convicted. Different states, it changes from state to state. And not all the same for all states. Like I said, New York is 9 to 10 points on the fingerprint to get you convicted. California is 10 to 15.
I think you mean
Did you
it
get that?
identifies you.
I argued that in 1972, but they found half a fingerprint underneath the money train, one of the robberies that I did. During that time, there was a guy in Vietnam, a soldier threw a hand grenade into a staff bar. He was mad at the sergeant. And the way that he got convicted, that thing they have on the hand grenade, when he threw it to the window, that thing flew off. They found a half a fingerprint. That's what got him convicted. 6 months later, they found that metal clip. That's how long the fingerprints were on there. And they couldn't get a complete fingerprint, but they got 10 to 15 points. That's what got him convicted, got him a life sentence, a soldier.
So taking what you just told us, let's keep that in mind. Let's go with your theory, which I would actually oppose and stand on the other side of. But let's go with your theory. So let's just say a bag, a pound of dope, roughly, is floating around somewhere in that house. You've been in that house on more than one occasion, which you didn't originally tell us at first. And now we're finding out that you've been there more than just the time that you told us. And let's say during this time, somehow...
You never asked me how many times I've been in that house.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay, maybe that...
So why am I going to tell you, oh, I've been there, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
I answered what you asked me.
Okay.
That's all I've done so far.
All right. Let me
Now you're
finish.
speculating.
All right. No, I'm not speculating
Come on now.
because I do believe that question was asked by the other
now.
officer. All right, but we'll keep going, Robert.
Yeah.
So let's just say that print, that partial 10-point print,
Whatever you're implicating. Yeah.
happens to jump off the table or sink counter or whatever onto that plastic bag.
That's what the DA
And the partial 10-point print implicates you as having handled
access to that, to
such bag.
whatever contraband was found. Yeah. I understand that. But the DA had to prove that.
Do you really believe that any reasonable person or group of people are going to buy that story?
It got me
Because
out.
we're just being reasonable people here.
I went to a jury and I wasn't judged on my whole prison file. Like I told you, you read my file, you say, "Wow, this guy's a monster." The jury didn't believe that, and the judge told me, "Hey, I don't want to read his whole prison file, what he did 30, 40 years ago."
Okay, well, keeping your premature kind of defense here in mind.
Yeah.
All right. And also taking aside what my partner, both of them just basically said to you. That we didn't just listen, Robert. I know that we didn't just fall out the tree this morning.
Yeah.
Okay. So not only vest, maybe that's small potatoes or whatever you want to call it, pound or so of dope, maybe more, maybe less, who knows. And everything else, those are just two of the cards. There are more cards, Robert. So getting back to what we're just the bottom line. All right. You basically don't want to cooperate and talk to us about anything else that may help you.
That's the way you're going to interpret the way I react to your question. The things you ask me.
I'm asking you now. I'm putting it back out here. I'm bringing back what my partner just said, and I'm putting it right back before you on the platter. And so I'm presenting it to you again. Now it's in a different light, because now we're just not talking about the little peewee shooter here. Now we're talking about a little bit more.
Yeah.
A few more things going on here.
Hmm?
And that's just the two that we're presenting so far.
Yeah.
With that in mind, is there? Do you want to cooperate with us?
No.
No?
No.
So you want to take your 10 points partial print on that bag of dope and take it to a...
I don't know. See, like I said, we're all speculating here and we're all assuming.
Okay.
There's never been an American citizen, a human being convicted on court on assumption or speculation. That's the truth.
And that's how it should be?
And that's what you're talking about right now. You're assuming or you're speculating. This could be, it happened like this.
Well, you seem to be assuming and speculating as well, so I guess we're playing the same game.
That's
right?
not what we're talking about here. We're not talking about facts or what.
And your assuming and speculating is the one that's going to have you locked up for probably the rest of your life.
Who knows? We haven't been to court yet. I don't know. Till I'm charged, and then I know what I got to deal with, what I'm confronted with.
Okay.
See, here we're assuming and we're speculating. And you say, well, you're speculating or assuming my fingerprint was found on the bag of dope.
No. You are the one that left room for the belief, the possibility that a partial print could be on that bag of dope.
But you told me how about if your DNA was found on the bag of dope in the house? That means that
I didn't quite ask you like that.
You know what? Indirect, that means if my fingerprint was found on the bag of dope, I know about it because I handled it because how else can my fingerprints get under? I understand that.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
You know? But right now we're speculating and assuming. We're not talking facts.
Right on.
You know? That's what I'm saying, no? Let's be honest, man to man, we're talking.
Man to man.
You know? It's okay that nickel and dime psychology, not to hurt your feelings. I didn't call you a nickel and dime, but the way you come with that, you know?
Let me ask you something else, Robert.
Yeah.
Once again, is it disrespectful for me to ask you if you're a carnal or a brother?
I over the years, like that gang expert, he used to be ex-SSU, but now he's seen how he still want to start a shoe program. No,
I asked you a question.
I'm trying to answer that. If you let me speak, please, I'll answer your question. Is it an insult? Because I've been asked and labeled, affiliated, associated, a brother, over the years, and this ex-SSU agent told the DA, what facts do you have that this guy said, but what somebody said in the 10:30 at the debriefing report? Where does it say that he is the guy? It's because somebody says it. That guy, Rene Boxer, you know who Boxer is, he was going to come to my court and testify against me that I'm a gang member. I've never met that person. I heard of him. I never seen him. I never been on the same tier, never talked to him, and never seen him face to face.
I don't think he testified against you as being a gang member. He didn't testify against being a gang member. He testified as being a mother.
Yeah. I mean,
that's what he did.
The DA was going to call 2 IGI, the sergeant, and 2 more from Pelican Bay, what they know about me. Okay.
But the question, Robert, was...
Is it an insult to be called a carnal?
No. Is it a disrespectful question?
Yeah.
To say that you're carnal? Is that disrespectful?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I want to know.
To me it is because I'm not a brother. You know?
Can I ask you something else?
Yes, please.
Is it true in the line or the business line of La MA or the Mexican Mafia that if you are a carnal or if you are a brother, you will never, ever admit membership?
There's on Google, may you rest in peace, Frankie Bella.
Frankie Bella? Well done.
Yeah,
Chivo.
Yeah.
He's on Google. You can find it.
Isn't he?
He admitted. He says, by me admitting this, I know I'm a dead man.
But he's a buster, right?
He's dead.
He's a buster.
You know?
He's from Merced, right?
No, but they say that he was a brother.
Who said he was a brother?
Huh?
Who said he was
Prison people. They had him labeled as being a Mexican Mafia member. See, and you see that video, because I known him for years. Like I said, he became what he became, but he was still my friend. And I just say, you know what? I said, you know what? So I see him in person and ask him, hey, did you say this on the tape? He tell me, yeah. I said, you know what? We can't be friends no more. I'm not going to hear hearsay, but people talking about him, I got to ask. Goes back to that letter. I heard something about him. I said, I'm wondering if this is a friend of mine named Happy. So I asked him face to face and tell me, you know what, I fucked up. I said, okay, we can't be friends no more.
So Robert, like I said,
yeah.
is it fair to say it's an unwritten rule that if you are a carnal, you will never, ever, ever in your life admit
That's what I
membership,
heard.
being a carnal to any law enforcement?
That's what I heard.
Correct.
Because look at Frankie B. He's on the internet. He admitted, and he said when he admitted it, I seen it. I had to see the video to believe that this guy did what he did, because I used to argue with people. I said, no, that guy would never do that. Then when I seen the video, I said, oh, fuck, I've been arguing with this guy.
Well, who was saying that he was a rat?
No, because like you said.
You said you're arguing.
No. Back to his question. If somebody is a gang member and he admits to authority, he is a gang member, he is in hot water. He is in trouble. And Frankie B said, it's on the internet. He said, yeah. I said, yeah, you asked me a question, but I tell you, yeah, I'm a brother, but now I know I'm a dead man. Okay, what you asked, he answered that question on this video.
But you said you didn't believe it, so you researched it. Well, you
Yeah.
can see for yourself. Right?
Yeah, but I heard that
But
gossip.
you said
I said,
people-
you know what, till I talked to him in person, and he told me, you know what, I fucked up. I said, oh.
But you were saying that other people were smutting them up.
Yeah.
Who were those other people that were smutting them up?
It was a lot of gossip. Gossip.
Who?
Let's say I heard over there, it's so small, you hear gossip from everybody.
Yeah, but who? I mean, you must recognize the voices. You say recognize faces, so you must recognize voices, right?
I'm not going to say specifically what this person told me. So and so told me or something. No.
Okay.
I'll tell you the
don't
gossip that
wanna
I heard.
say it.
Gossip that I
I
heard.
respect that. If you don't want to say, that's fine.
Yeah.
I respect
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I respect it if you say, Christopher, respectfully, I can't answer that. I understand.
I could say that too, but I answered it. That's absolutely. I argued for Frankie B because I didn't believe it. I know I'm so good. I said, no, that guy would never do that. Just solid motherfucker, And so I talked to him in person, and he admitted, but he said, would you believe a video? I said, yeah. And when I seen the video, I said, I've been arguing for this guy for 5 years, and I don't believe that.
How come you say solid?
Other words, I don't think that he would ever, let's say, if each gang has their own rules and regulations about it. You admit to certain things and you don't admit to certain things. And what he asked, but if I were to admit I was a brother, would I be in trouble? Yes, I would. Because look what happened to Frankie B, and he said it right on the videotape to God and everybody.
Yeah, but you said Frankie was a solid guy.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
I heard he was a gang member, but I never believed it. And he told me, you know what, now I belong to this.
You heard he was a gang member, or you heard he was a mafia member?
No, when I say gang member, I mean Mexican mafia.
Okay.
He'd be my friend since the 60s. He never told me, I belong to this now.
Yeah, but you said he was a solid guy. Is that
Yeah, I mean, the way I knew him, he was solid people. Huh?
Did you grow up with him or something? What makes you feel he's a solid guy?
What I mean by a solid guy, with me, through the years I met him in prison, he's always been straight up, strong-minded, physically and mentally, and I never think that he would break down the way he did on that videotape to do what he did. That's what I'm saying. Over the years, I've been asking why people break down mentally. I told you, there's various reasons you hear rumors, but I could never say what it was. This love.
What was the rumor with him?
Huh?
There was a rumor going around with him, though.
Yeah.
Can you say the rumor?
That he did what he did, that tape. I said, well, I told him, I ain't going to believe that till I see it. Then when I see it, I said, oh, fuck.
So the fact that he admitted that he was a carnal is bad.
Yeah. Then look what happened to him. He got killed. So that showed to me that what the rumor I heard, if you admit you're this and that, look what happens.
So let me ask you something on that note, Robert,
Yeah.
since we're on this page. Is that why you fear telling us that you're a carnal or you're a brother? Because you don't want to get killed?
No, if I was a
Is that
brother,
fair? And you said you were going to be honest.
If I was a brother, I would tell you. Straight up. That's the honest truth. Man to man, I would tell you, yeah, I'm this, so what? You're a cop. I am what I am. But I'm not. What you're assuming, I'm not. If I was, I wouldn't be ashamed to say.
But I just read a letter within the last few hours where you refer to yourself as a carnal. Not only that, one other question. What year did you get the butterfly on your arm?
1977.
1977?
Yes, sir.
Were you in the joint in 1977?
I was on the streets.
Okay.
That's why I tell you, there was a poster.
Okay, hold on real quick.
Okay.
So you got the butterfly in 1977.
Watch. I was a drug addict. And these veins collapse. Something. See, I can't get it to blood to the. So that used to be black. So I put this in to cover the black marks. Because if you guys stop in the street and you see the black marks, say, hey, you're a user.
Yes.
This was to cover the marks.
Okay, so let me see the butterfly.
And the butterfly is right over the vein. Right here's my main vein. That's why I used to say the color's gone because that's why I used to stick the needle in all the time. This used to be a solid color. But by sticking that heroin needle in there, knocks the ink out. This is over my main vein. In other words, if I got stopped and you're looking for marks, needle marks, you won't be able to see it because of the tattoo. And that is right over my artery. And look at here. This was to cover where you see the vein collapse on me. And look at here. Where I used to use so much. Look at this vein collapse. I'm using drugs. Sticking a needle, it killed the vein. Look at, I got a dead vein right there.
Hey, Robert, what's the kitty?
Huh?
What's the kitty?
A cat.
In the jail system or in the prison system?
A kitty would be like, you keep a bunch of food, cosmetics, in case somebody comes, you know, they don't have nothing, you give them a care package. A care package would be soap, toothpaste, toothbrush, deodorant. Mm-hmm. And everybody donates to the kitty where you contribute what you can out. You go to the store, you buy a deodorant.
Is it mandatory or
no? It's just
do they have to?
No, it's not mandatory. You got to donate. No, you don't.
What happens if you don't donate to
Nothing.
the kitty?
You know?
No, I'm talking the prison system because you've been in jail or you've been in the prison system for the last.
Every prison you go to will have a kitty.
Okay.
They'll have that, you know, because.
What happens if a Sureño rolls up and he doesn't want to donate to the kitty?
So what? You can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that kitty ever get sold?
It's called sold?
Yeah. Do they sell the kitty?
No. It's just like saying, okay, a Mexican looking up on a Mexican when he comes, when you get to a prison, you don't have nothing. Your property you got there, your personal things you need, toothpaste, toothbrush. People would have it there. The kitty has that.
Right.
For people, new arrivals, Yeah. And it's free. It's free.
Really?
Yeah. Then when you go to the store, you want to contribute to the kitty. Yeah. Hey, Holmes, can you get it? Can you get that deodorant, or the kitty needs the deodorant, and needs soap, or needs toothpaste, and needs toothbrushes? Right. You donate out of the kindness of your heart. Cause there's like if I got there, I didn't have anything. I got the cosmetics I needed out of the kitty.
How long were you here at West Valley?
Here from September of last year to January this year.
Was there a kitty going on here at West Valley?
Everybody had money.
Money?
Yeah, I mean, they were able to go to the store every week.
I don't think they allow you to keep money in your pocket here.
Not cash money on your possession, but money on the books when you go to the store every month. And you're allowed here $100 every month. In the canteen this year, they have good food.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the thirds? I've heard of thirds. Can you tell me what the thirds are in the prison system?
Nah, I don't know what you mean. It could be various things, but I don't know.
How about hot money? You ever heard of hot money? I've heard of hot money before.
I don't know what hot money is. You see, and I don't gamble.
Right.
I don't drink because I know when I drink, I'm a bad drinker. My personality changed, so I know that.
Right.
And especially in prison, if your personality changes, you get some people drink, they change personality and they get bad mouth. That's what happened with me.
Can you tell me what a facilitator is, or a secretary?
No, I don't know what that is.
Really?
No.
How about
what secretary is? Honestly, the person that works for a person that does all the typing. That's a secretary to me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Prison-wise, I don't know what it is.
How about a floor shot caller? Do you know what a floor shot caller is?
No.
No?
I know that that's what I'm saying. What I understand that now the way mainland, when you go to a unit, there'll be somebody there, they'll have the kitty. In other words, you go there, and I drove up to a new unit. I don't know what's happening. This guy will come and explain to me. You're a student? Yeah. You need I need to keep. I don't got nothing. He'll give me out of the kitty. He'll give me the cosmetics I need. He'll tell me this is what's going on in the unit. Mm-hmm. That's what it would be called a shot caller, because he's letting me know what's going on in the unit, what the program is like. That way I don't go there and I talk out of term. I disrespect people. Mm-hmm. Tell me, no, this is the way the program's run, and then he gives me a rundown. Mm-hmm. If you want to call that guy shot, but he explains how that unit is being run.
Right.
And I appreciate that, because I might be howling and somebody's talking And, you know, have you tried to overtalk somebody, you're disrespecting them. Because what I understand, everybody has the time to talk on the chair. But the blacks are talking on the chair, and I get to say, hey, blah, blah, blah. I'm over-talking them. They could tell me, hey, you know what, hey, you're being disrespectful. And I don't think I am, because I'm trying to tell somebody, hey, I need something. Oh, hey, I got that. But indirectly, I'm being disrespectful to the blacks because they're talking. I should wait till they're done, then I could holler and inquire, hey, thanks, I got that. But try to overtalk them, they could say, hey, you said you're being disrespectful. And I'll say, you know what, my bad, yeah.
And why do they give to the kitty?
Huh?
Why do they put into the kitty?
Because they know when you first get to a prison or a tier, you have nothing, you ain't got the property. It takes a couple of weeks. You know, they know you need toothpaste to wash your teeth and soap to wash your body. They give you that, you know. Then whenever you get money, you get canteen, put it back. We give it back because there'll be somebody else coming. They'll need what you needed when you got there.
And you're saying that that's all out of just being very,
Not
very
that it's
nice
mandatory. No, you give because you want to give.
person. Are people forced to give?
No.
And you're saying nothing will happen to anybody if they take. Let's say I'm a Sureño and I've been given a deodorant.
Yeah.
What if I don't replace that deodorant?
No,
What happens to me if I don't replace that deodorant?
Nothing really. Nothing. No.
Wow.
No.
That's not a form of stealing?
No, it's not.
What happens in the Mexican Mafia organization if I steal from the Mexican Mafia and I don't, you know?
That's the whole thing.
Is stealing okay within the Mexican Mafia organization?
I'll put it like this. If the kitty belonged to the Mexican Mafia and you took it somewhere and you don't replace it, then you would be in violation.
What do you mean by that? By violation?
Right? In other words, you know, the kitty was put there by gang members. Now, what they gave you should replace it.
And if I don't replace it, what will happen to me?
Well, in other words, if you will get money, and they know you get money, and you don't replace it because to show appreciation, they give you this when you got it, they didn't have nothing.
Yeah.
So out of respect and courtesy, you would replace it.
So what happens if I don't replace it?
If you don't, you would say, hey, man, what's up? You tell me, I ain't contributing.
Okay.
You might get your ass whipped.
Okay. What's a 13 seconds?
I don't know, but I heard on TV and they showed them gang members getting beat up. You're supposed to get beat up for 13 seconds.
And 39? Have you ever heard of
No,
39?
I don't know what 39 is.
You don't know?
No, you see when you wait, okay. But you know what a burpee is, right?
Burpee.
An exercise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, when you go down, you do 1 push-up and a kick count, that's 6 count. You do 2 push-ups, that's 8 count. 22 count burpees, you do 10 kickouts, 20 push-ups at 32 count. That's why when you hear numbers, that means, well, we're going to do burpee, we're going to do 22 count, 8 count, 10 count. That means so many kickouts, so many push-ups. That's what it means when you hear numbers. You know, when it comes to exercise.
Yeah. What? And the term hard candy.
Candy?
Hard candy. What is hard candy?
I don't know. Because, well, see, I would say, okay, when you talk like that, in the store, they sell hard candy, and they sell Snickers, soft candy, chocolate, you know, but then they sell them, like them peppermint candy, there's solid, hard candy, butterscotch, apple flavor, lemon drops, and all that's hard candy, because it is.
Lifesavers?
Huh?
Lifesavers, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that would be hard candy, because it's hard. You can't say that Snickers are hard candy, or Milky Way, or Big Hunk, or Apple Zappa. No, those are soft candies.
Let me ask you this. Is it fair to say that hard candy means to kill somebody?
No. Well, I mean, like I'm saying.
Right.
Well, once here, I was here, in 2000, I was called to control by the guards working there. Told me, you know what a hamburger is? I said, no. Well, they had some kind of book that Northerners use different words. To them, a hamburger would be a Sureño, a guy from Southern California. I said, what? He said, yeah. They call you a hamburger? I said, what do you mean? He said, they show me the book. He said, yeah, look at it. Hamburger means a Southern Mexican. I said, well, I didn't know that.
But let me ask you this. Have you ever heard of, in the joint, or even here at West Valley, that hard candy means to kill somebody?
No.
Are you insulting my intelligence?
No, I'm not.
Robert?
Like I just said, okay, mátalo, kill him, right? Okay, that's what Southerners would use. But look, okay, we call them Norteños, Northerners. But look what they call us, hamburgers. That's a word they use to describe us.
But you're telling me that you never heard the term hard candy
You
before.
mean to kill somebody? No.
Yes.
No. You would just say, mátalo, kill him. Yeah. I'm saying various groups use various languages to mean what you said. It could mean kill somebody. It could. Depends where you heard it from, what group. That means that would to you would say, well, we heard it from these groups, so they're using that word to mean this.
Excuse me.
It's a green one. I don't know.
There you have it, folks. Chino Stutter Butter, talking himself into a jail cell. You know, one of the viewers says, at that point, you're not going to talk your way out of an indictment. You're not going to talk your way out of jail. You're not going to talk your way out of the cell. You're arrested. You're going to be indicted, and that's all there is to it. Case closed. Shut the book. And which is what Chino should have did. He should have just shut the hell up. You hear him straight out in the beginning of the call. He talks about the 2-5ers when they called him 2-5er. He's trying to beg off, like, I don't know this, I don't know that, I don't know a lot of things, right? He's got an answer for everything, but he's just talking himself in circles. He is talking himself in circles. And in fact, one portion of this, he identifies somebody as a secretary. So he is telling. It's not dry snitching at all. You acknowledge that somebody's a member and you tell the cops they are a member, you're snitching. And luckily for him, this never surfaced. Nobody knew that it existed, and if they did, they didn't push an issue on him. And then later on in the call, you hear him talk about fingerprints, about how the science of latent fingerprints, and it doesn't seem to know what he's talking about. Well, to me, he doesn't. He could be a genius in the science, but it doesn't sound that way to me. And I identified a couple voices there. I think that's Talamantes, FBI agent. Actually, it's Chris Brandon, excuse me. Talamantes is an FBI agent that interviewed him previously. One of the voices I heard in the background was Chris Brandon. It sounds like there's a black officer questioning him as well, the one that's doing the primarily speaking. And I believe that I heard Johnny Clark speaking as well. So, just something that popped out when I was listening to it, right? And another fact that I heard was that he spoke to the FBI earlier, before this interview. That we don't have the recording of that, but he spoke to the FBI as well. You know, this is a made guy, a Mexican Mafia member, having multiple interviews with law enforcement. And all he has to do is say, I don't want to talk to you, put me in my cell. Or when they go pull him out of the cell, you can say, I don't want to go. You have the right to say that. I don't have to do the interview. Just like in classification when you went to the joint. Everybody used to refuse classification back when we were active, right? Because you didn't even want to be in the room with the COs. You didn't want to be in there hanging out with them, and so everybody would refuse to go to classification. That's what I would have did if I was an active guy. I would just, I don't have anything to say to them. Not that I didn't speak to cops, because I did all the time. It was kind of part and parcel of being a cardenal, right? You had to speak to law enforcement in order to run a unit, right? They'd come and they'd say, well, hey, man, this guy's flashing on female officers. Can you talk to him? Or hey, can we get this guy moved into our block? Or when, you're going to crack a batch of wine, and the cops know about it. They knew about it. They know about a lot of stuff, right? And you have to interact with them. But you don't interact this way. That's what I'm trying to say. You don't interact this way. You don't sit down and do hours-long interviews. So, maybe Chino thought he was going to talk his way out of it, but he just seems to be talking himself into a hole. And you hear clearly they're going to indict him. Clearly, they're going to indict him for the dope and for the vest. And it's just a matter of them offering him an opportunity. They're offering him an opportunity. That's what you got to look at, the slug, right? They're throwing him a lifeline. They're throwing Chino a lifeline. They're giving him a chance to say, cooperate, you won't go to jail. Cooperate. And you'll hear it intensify towards the next segment that we do. I listened to this interview a couple times already. I heard a lot of people in there and the comments having empathy. Oh, poor old man, this is elder abuse. This is this and this. Get the heck out of here. Come on, this is a made guy. This is a made guy. And that he's old doesn't diminish the fact that he's dangerous. It doesn't at all. His age, maybe his physical ferocity or his capabilities were diminished, but his mind and his ability to call a shot, this is a made mobster that has been involved in this business for a lot of years. And I'm listening to people in the comment section, and I'm not unempathetic. I'm not unsympathetic towards Mr. Ruiz at all. I'm really not. But let's get real. That's all. To all you guys your heart's bleeding out there. Get real. This is a made guy. He's a mobster. He's in for a penny. He's in for a pound. So this is not elder abuse. This is not abusing the old people and messing with their frail minds. No, Chino's sharp as a tack. I mean, he's not extremely intelligent, but he's sharp as a tack in the mob. All right, folks, there you have the song. There you have the recording. Hope you enjoyed it. We have one more segment of this coming up, and we're going to unpack Chino in that segment of the interview as well. But like I said, we got a ton of stuff. We got a ton of stuff to listen to. And I dare say that Chino's going to be a regular guest on our show, as are other people, because we have such a magnitude of information to disclose to you guys. You can't do it all in one episode or one small series. I just wanted you to have this to listen to today. Hope you enjoy it. As always, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Hit that hype button, folks. Very important to the channel. As always, stay safe.
This
Peace
is
out.
Rene Enriquez. Nickname Bootser.